Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Mega love shout out all the subscribers and followers of this channel. Please don't if you our lesson for today is about proving isosceles and equilateral triangles. Isosceles triangle. No, so these are the parts of the isosceles triangle. So we have the vertex angle. Okay, this one is the vertex angle, and then we have two legs. And then this is the base, and this one is the base angle. Okay, so the congruent sides are the legs, the third side is the base, and the two congruent sides are form the vertex angle, and the two angles are the base angles. Okay, so let's have theorem. For theorem 4.3, isosceles triangle or isosceles triangle theorem, if two sides of the triangle are congruent, then the angle opposite those sides are congruent. Thus, angle A is congruent to angle B. Yan. Okay, next. So let's have theorem 4.4, converse of isosceles triangle theorem. So if two angles of a triangle are congruent, then the sides opposite the angles are congruent. Yeah, okay, so these are the sides opposite. Next, let's have theorem 4.5. The bisector of a vertical angles or the vertex angle of an isosceles triangle is perpendicular bisector of the base. So here we have CD perpendicular to segment AB, and CD bisects AB. Okay, so that is bisector. Okay, so proved of the isosceles triangle theorem. Okay, so we have here given segment XY is congruent to segment XA. And then segment XB bisects angle YXA. Prove that angle Y is congruent to angle Z. Okay, so first statement, XY is congruent to XA, and then XB bisects angle YXA. So what do you think is the reason? The reason here is given. It is given. Next, second statement, angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. That is through the definition of bisector. No? So the definition of um, angle bisector. Okay, angle bisector. Okay. Next, what's the third reason? XB is congruent to XB. So that is the definition of reflex angle, na? So definition of reflex angle or um, reflexive property. Definition of reflex angle. Reflexive angle, or we also known as reflexive property. Okay. Then we have congruent triangle XYB is congruent to XZB. That is true side angle side. Okay, so SAS. Then, therefore, we could say that angle Y is congruent to angle C through CPTC, or corresponding properties of congruent triangle. Corresponding, no? Corpus's. Corresponding properties of congruent triangles. Yan, okay. Or CPCTC. Okay? Okay, so we have corollaries. So for corollary 1, a statement that follows immediately from a theorem. Okay, so corollary to theorem 4.3, if a triangle is equilateral, then a triangle is equiangular. So like in angle X is congruent to angle Y, and angle Y is congruent to angle Z. So they are congruent to one another. Then corollary to theorem 4.4, if triangle is equiangular, then the triangle is equilateral. Like here, no? So segment XY is congruent to segment XA, and segment and XY is congruent to ZX. Okay, so let's have some application here. So let's solve for Y. Since we have single Y here, um, this is a bisector, so that means we produce Y plus 1Y, we could say this is also another Y, so since we have two angles, probably this is also 63 degrees, because corresponding angles are congruent, so we use what had we previously discussed about equilateral and isosceles triangles. Okay, right. So we have here, we could say that we can add one here, no? So we have 2y, okay, plus 63, mentally and logically, no? So in fact, the total measure of an angle, or measures of an angles of a triangle, is 180 degrees. So we have here 2y plus 126, no? Because 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 6, 12. That is 180. Okay? So we got 2y is equals to 180 minus 126. Okay? Transpose, or the addition property of equality. Then we have 2y is equals to 54. Okay? Divided by 2, y is equals to 27. Okay, so if y is 27, that means this is also 27, and 27 is plus 27 is equals to 54. Now, if we are going to add 63, 63 plus 54, the total is 180. Get it? Okay, so let's solve for x and y. Now here, if we are going to analyze, diba? So first, you will think, what could be the value of x? Now, since from our definition of isosceles triangle theorem, so we could say that if this is 72, that means this is also 72. Okay, so if this is 72, we can now find the value of y. So y is equals plus 72 plus 72 equals 180. Okay, so the value of x 72. So we have y is equals to 180 minus 2 plus 2 is 4. 7 plus 7 is 14. Therefore, 180, so 10 minus 4 is 6. This will become 7. 7 minus 4 is 3. So the answer of y is 36. Okay, so how can we know that your answer is correct? So let's add 144 plus 36. We have 10, we got 80, and 1. So they are correct. Okay. Okay, so let us solve the x here. We have 4x plus 10 plus 40. Okay, so it says that opposite angles are congruent, so that means the other angle is also 40. That is equals to 180. Or sometimes we just 2 times 40, that's 80 also, no? So 4x, we have 40 plus 10 is 90, so that is plus 90 equals 180. Okay, so 4x equals 180 minus 90. Okay, so 90 plus 90 is 180. Okay, of course the answer is 90 divided by 4. Cancel. X is equals to, right, 90 divided by 4. Okay, first we got 9. 9 divided by 4 is 2. That is 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. We have 0. 10 divided by 4 is 2. 2 times 2, 4 is 8. Then we got 2. Then we get decimal. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So that's 22.5. Okay, the value of x is 22.5. Now, what is the value of 4x? So 4x times 22. So if we are going to get this side or this a measure of this angle, so that's 22.5 times 4. Okay, so 20 to 8 plus 2, 10, then 9. So get 90. Is that so? So if this is 90, 90 plus 10, that's 100. Okay, so 100. All right, so if this angle is 100, okay, our answer is correct because if this is also 40, right? So 100 plus 80, 180. Correct. Okay, so this is your journal entry here. You speak to among the saying intelligent, emotion stable. What are you? Go ahead. Bye bye. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.